everybody. Will you be my Valentine?
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. Yes, absolutely. Thank God it's Friday. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a Valentine's Day dessert. Not a difficult one to make. Looks more difficult than it is, but something that would surprise your loved one, and I think that they would really enjoy it. We're going to be making a strawberry cream cheese filled chocolate Swiss roll. You know, before we made a pumpkin roll. Well, pumpkin rolls, any type of roll, you can make any flavor that you want to. But this is one, Chef really loves the combination of chocolate and strawberries together. And that's something that you see a lot at Valentine's Day. You know, chocolate dipped strawberries, a lot of things that are chocolate strawberry combined together. You can make a Swiss roll with any flavor of a cake that you want to. It's just a matter of how you blend it. You don't want to follow by the typical directions on the back of the box. So if you follow my directions and use any flavor of cake mix that you want to, then you can make any flavor of a jelly roll that you want to make. So to make the one that we're going to be making for Valentine's Day, we have the perfectly moist Swiss chocolate. It's just the standard box of cake mix from Duncan Hines. For the cake mix, to make the cake roll part, we're going to need this. We're going to need 4 eggs. We're going to need a half a cup of water and a quarter of a cup of oil. That's all you're going to need for the actual cake part. And then I'll show you how we're going to make it together. Now, for the filling inside of this, you can do it any way you want to. But the way that I'm doing it, the way that I prefer to do it, is I have 1 can of strawberry pie filling. This is a 21-ounce can. Just a great value brand of pie filling. I have an 8-ounce pack of cream cheese. I have some vanilla extract. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of powdered sugar to it, which I've got my powdered sugar back here because I'm going to need that for my tea towel too. So that's what we're going to be using for the filling inside. Now when we're done, you can either ice it or you can leave it uniced and decorate it any numerous amount of ways. So because I have this in my pantry and I needed to use it, I have a couple of containers of this strawberry mist whipped topping. So I think I'm going to ice the Swiss roll when it's done, and then we'll decorate it after that with some fresh strawberries. Plus, I'm going to be blending some fresh strawberries into this right here. So what do you say? Let's get started. Oh, also you're going to need about a 13 by 18 inch cookie sheet, your large cookie sheet that you would have. 12 by 17, 13 by 18, either one of those would work okay. You're going to need some spray, some parchment paper, and a tea towel. So other than that, that's all we're going to need, and some mixing bowls and a mixer. So let's get started. Okay, I have opened up my box of chocolate cake mix, and I'm going to dump it into my bowl. I'm getting one step ahead of myself, guys. Hang on just a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to beat my eggs. So I've got just a clean bowl here, and I'm going to put in 4 eggs. Okay, we have our 4 eggs into the bowl now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this together on medium speed until it gets foamy and that lemony color. So let's get this mixed up. Okay guys, so if you can see, I got this mixed up until it's a pale yellow and frothy. It looks more pale yellow in person than it does on camera. So anyway, now that we have this in here, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly incorporate our cake mix into our
You set it there, I'll help you. I'll take the
yeah, Chef's going to help me out here. I'm working on limited space.
I'll scoop it for you while you're mixing.
Anyway, we're going to incorporate the cake mix into the egg a little bit at a time while we're mixing it up.
Would you be my Valentine? Would you be my Valentine?
And before I give the last mix, I'm going to do my half a cup of water. And I need a quarter of a cup of oil. Quarter of a cup of oil. All right, we have our cake mix portion done now. I'm going to shut the camera off for a minute until I can get my baking pan ready. Okay, so I sprayed the bottom of my sheet right here, and I put my parchment paper down, and I just cut the excess off from around it, and I'm just going to give this a light spray. That's all. Okay, so Chef's been helping clear off the table some, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our batter here, and we're going to pour it into our cookie sheet here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, if you guys can see me, I'm just going to take my spatula. You want to try to make it as even of a layer as possible. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this in my oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for between 15 and 18 minutes. I'll start checking it at 15. Insert a toothpick in the center. When toothpick comes out clean, then you know it's ready. So we'll be back. Okay, now while that is in the oven, I have my tea towel here. And I always take a lint roller over my tea towel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of powdered sugar, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar all over my tea towel. And this is going to help us when it's time to roll up the Swiss roll. So I'm just going to come along and sprinkle all over my tea towel.
Yeah, this makes a great Valentine's dessert. A couple videos ago, we made the orange and the cherry Julius for you. That cherry Julius too is really pretty pink. That would make an excellent thing to make your loved one on a Valentine's Day for something special.
Last year we made lava cakes for two.
Or strawberry, even like you're using strawberries now, you can make a strawberry Julius. Same method as the cherry, just have to have strawberry juices from strawberries.
Alright, so we have our tea towel ready, so now it's just waiting for our cake to get done in there. And then you want to try to make sure that you don't have any wrinkles in your towel when you put your cake on there, because you don't want, your cake getting soaked into wrinkles, but a few wrinkles is okay. I'm not saying you need to go out and iron your tea towel or anything. So we're going to wait until the cake gets done, and when it gets done, we'll be back and we'll invert it together. Okay, everybody, here it is, fresh out of the oven. If you have any edges that look like it's sticking to your pan, you're going to want to loosen those up, but we didn't have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my edge right here on my tea towel, and on the count of 3, I'm going to flip. So 1, 2, 3, flip. All right, just going to let it sit here for just a minute. I'm going to tap the back of it, which it has the parchment paper on the back anyway. So I'm just gonna get my pot holder under here. You want to watch for steam when you're picking your pan up off of your cake. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this where you guys can see it as best as I can. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just going to gently peel up the parchment paper. Now I know you're not gonna be able to see all of it. I'm gonna do the best I can to show you guys as much as I can. I'm going to have to get here on this side. You want to start with the short end of the roll. I think you guys can see right here. I've got my tea towel. I'm going to pull it towards me. And you just want to grab your tea towel and just gently roll. Let me get it closer to me a little bit. We're just going to gently roll. You don't want to be in any big hurry, and be careful because it is still hot. I think this is the part that intimidates people the most, but don't let it, because your cake will survive. I'm just going to roll, roll, roll. Okay. So now we have it all rolled, as you guys can see. So what I'm going to do is I've got a cutting board here. I'm going to take my cake in the tea towel, and I'm just going to set it on my cutting board. And I'm going to keep it here for about an hour. Guys, so as you can see, the roll is still sitting there cooling down. So I took my whipped strawberry mist frosting and put it in a bowl here. And I've got about 1/4 cup of just mashed up strawberries. You can see that. I just chopped them up until they were mashed up nice and fine. And I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna do is put them in here with my frosting. And we're just gonna mix this up. This is going to be what's going to go on top of the Swiss roll when it's all done. Not on the inside, but what's gonna go on the top. So I've just got that all mixed up. I just mixed it by hand. See the flecks of red strawberry in there. Now I'm going to cover this and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for just a little bit. And when we get ready to mix the next thing, I'll be back. Okay guys, I'm back. So now we're going to get ready to work on the filling for the inside of our Swiss roll. And we only have about 10 more minutes and it should be cooled enough for us to unroll it and fill it. So I have an 8-ounce package of cream cheese that I've had sitting out to let it get a little bit soft and dump it in the bowl. Now I have a 21-ounce can, like I said before, of just strawberry pie filling or topping. I'm not going to use it all, but I'm going to use a big chunk of it. That's probably about 3/4 of the can. If I need to add more, I can. So to this right here, I'm going to add a splash of vanilla, just vanilla extract. And then I'm also going to add just about 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. A little bit of powdered sugar. Put that in there. We're just going to mix this up. We just want it to be nice and light and airy. And again, this is very pink, but for some reason our pink always looks orange. So this is nice and light and smooth. So that's what our filling looks like. So I'm going to clean up my mess and I'll come back and we'll get ready to unroll it. Okay guys, now it's time to fill our center. So got my Swiss roll here and I'm just going to gently work on unrolling it. And you just want to take your time, no need to be in a big hurry. Just going to let it slowly unroll all the way to the end right there. Okay. So now you can see it's taken its shape. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some of that filling that we just made and we're just going to plop it on here. Now you don't want to go all the way to the edges because when we roll this out, a lot of it is going to work its way towards the edges. So unless you want a big mess, we're not going to do that. So let me move this over here closer to me where I can get some of this out here. Just spread all out here with this delicious strawberry cream cheese filling. Okay, and we'll start working with this. Whether you have a spoon or an offset spatula, however you do it, we're just going to spread this all out here.
Would you be my Valentine?
Okay, now we're going to get ready to roll. And like I always say, nothing says I love you more than taking time to make your Valentine or your family a nice little sweet treat. Okay, so now that we got our filling in here, we're just going to take our end that we unrolled last because it's got the most bend in it. We're just going to gently roll. Even pressure on both sides. Now I'm going to let this sit here for just a minute and I'm going to get myself some press and seal. We're going to wrap it in some press and seal and wrap it up tight and we're going to put it in the refrigerator. So give me a minute to get that and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we've got it transferred now onto our press and seal. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to press and roll. Press and roll.
Well, you got the wrong stuff and you need press and roll, not press and seal.
So press down and just roll. Okay, now because it is a big roll, I'm going to go ahead and put another layer over it, and I'm going to cover my ends. But you can see what I mean right here by the end of the roll. If I would have put more in, it would have been squeezing out the end. So we want to put this in the refrigerator and give it time for our filling to set and get nice and cold. And then when that's done, then we're going to bring it back and we're going to unroll it. And we're going to frost it. So we're going to get this in the refrigerator. And as soon as we're done, we'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. And I thought the camera was on. Chef thought I turned it on. I thought he turned it on. Anyway, you're not too far behind. The only thing that I've done is I pulled the Swiss roll out of the press and seal paper. And I dusted it with some powdered sugar. Now I'm just going along with the icing that we made up with the fresh strawberries. And I'm just kind of spreading it on and letting it kind of drizzle down along the sides a little bit. You see all those pieces of fresh strawberry in there. And of course we'll clean up our plate when we're done and make sure that it looks nice and presentable. I wish you could see how pink it is. It's a very pretty pink. It's just not, the pink isn't showing as much on camera as it should be. But you're going to keep this chilled in the refrigerator, obviously, because it has dairy in it. You want to keep it chilled. So now we have all of this part done. We've got it iced with our strawberry frosting with all the bits of strawberry in it. Let me get my mess cleaned up and we'll be back. Okay guys, I took a couple of strawberries and sliced them and put them on the top. Like I said, you can decorate any way you want to, but I'm kind of pressed for time. So I have some Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate. And all I'm going to do is just come across the top. And we're just going to shave some chocolate on here. Alright guys, there we go. That is our strawberry cream cheese Swiss roll.
Valentine special dessert.
Decked out in a little bit of Ghirardelli's chocolate. Can't go wrong with that.
Nope.
Let me get a piece of this cut up and we'll get it served up and we'll be back. Okay guys, there you go. That is our strawberry cream cheese chocolate Swiss roll. Something sure to please your Valentine for Valentine's Day. Now make sure that you refrigerate it because of the dairy that's in it. You can decorate it any way you want to, guys. Just go with it, have at it, and have fun. So Chef's going to taste it here in a minute, but me too. I want to taste it. Super moist. You've got that nice filling. It's like I said, it's kind of between a glaze and a frosting. You know, it would be like if you're putting chocolate ganache on something, but it's more strawberry. So, definitely. Like I said, Chef loves chocolate and strawberry together. Two of his favorite flavor combinations. So what you think there, Chef?
Really good.
Would you be my Valentine if I made you that?
Cake's really moist and has a good bounce to it. The strawberry's got a lot of strawberry flavor.
That's what we want. Okay, guys, so we're going to end the video here. We have tons of stuff that we still need to get done tonight. We have another little girl she's got a little tummy trouble, but she's feeling better. So we're going to go so I can get this video edited. The Chef's going to keep eating cake.
I definitely recommend this for Valentine's Day. It's really good.
Highly recommended for Valentine's Day if you have time to make it. Most of the time, guys, it's just sitting and waiting because It only took the cake, but mixing and baking about 20 minutes. Rolled it up, put it in the refrigerator, let it chill for an hour or so. Brought it back out, mixed up. If you make all your filling in that ahead of time and put it in the fridge, you can get it done in no time. So it's really, really good, and I think your family and your loved ones will love you for it.
So good with that strawberry in there.
So we're going to go. Everybody have a great weekend. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, and happy Valentine's Day, even though I'm sure we'll be seeing you again before then.
Yep.
So everybody have a great night, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.